Hey, welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I'm your host, Shannon.
I'm Arianna, and today we have a special guest.
Introduce your guest? This special guest have a name?
No, he does not have a name. It's actually just a ghost. Sometimes it speaks, though.
He's Voldemort. We do not speak his name.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. If you're new to the podcast, we sit around and chit-chat and then talk about Reddit stories.
Yes,
sometimes we're cringy, sometimes we're not, but,
I think most
try.
time we are.
It goes here and there. So is anything new?
I just got back from a bachelorette weekend. It was fun, relaxing. The weather wasn't too great. We couldn't kayak as much as we wanted, but we did get out there.
Well, that's good. That's fun. Yeah, I was watching your dog over the weekend, and the first night was so awful. So I had read a study that you should not sleep with like sound machines or fans because it's not actually good for you. So I now I raw sleep. There's no extra noise going in raw. And yeah, your dog makes a lot of noises that I'm not used to. He makes a lot of mouth noises, like it's so at one point at 3 something in the morning, I not the best luck. I was like, shut the fuck up. I just want to sleep.
Poor buddy. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's just a dog.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get home till midnight, and then so I had no sleep. Then at 4:30 he had to go to the bathroom. So then I had to let him out to the bathroom. And then so by 5 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to sleep.
See, he never does any of this for me.
Well, no, he was probably nervous because you weren't home. And then I did feel guilty for yelling at him, but I was sleep deprived. And, yeah. So then I went from 4:30, and then I had to get up. I was supposed to get up at 6:30 to start my day, and then I got up at 7 because I was exhausted. And last night I slept with a fan on. Wizards go. He didn't wake me up until 7:30, which was great. Except I was like, no, go lay down, buddy. I want to sleep in. I know you sleep in on the weekends, and he allows it. He was not letting me sleep in.
Was he barking at you?
Kind of a whine. Wow. So then I was like, okay, just go lay down, buddy. I was sleeping literally, it was 9 minutes, 7:39. I look at my phone as he starts up again. I'm like, all right, I guess we're getting up. He gave me 9 minutes.
Yeah, he let you sleep in.
He did. So yeah, other than that, it was good. I had a quiet weekend. I mean, really, I had book club, so I didn't get home till midnight on Friday night. It was a fun book club. But we were talking about those Facebook groups, how the community groups, how insane some of them have gotten, and how people are complaining. In the local one in Akron, someone actually posted a photo of someone's car. You parked in front of my house and made it difficult for me. And then someone else had posted underneath, as I recall, don't you have a driveway that you could park into? She's like, yeah, who are you to determine whether I should park into a driveway or not?
Okay.
It's easier for me to park up front. I was like, oh my God.
That's annoying.
But then my friend who lives in Lancaster, New York, she was like, oh my gosh, you should check out this one, the community group. People in her actual community, because they live in one of those communities, were complaining about, when I was leaving, I saw you tailgating me. If you drive this, I'm like, oh my God.
Who
why?
Cares?
But you know what? If those are the people's biggest problems, someone parked in front of your house and you're annoyed, your life's going pretty well.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem that you have.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Lucas, is there anything you'd like to share?
Let's see. I just got back from vacation yesterday. I went to Virginia Beach for about a little over a week. It was all right. Just half the days were pretty much just either sunny and then got really cloudy, or it was just straight up raining the whole day. Yeah, not ideal, but still made the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was my first day off of the year from work.
Okay, yeah.
So I was feeling the burnout. I pretty much just kicked back, got some drinks, laid on the beach for the first day or so. Then on the days that was raining, we did 2 escape rooms.
Oh, that's
so that was
fun.
a lot of fun. Escaped both of them. One with 10 minutes to spare. You get an hour for each room. And then the second one, we got less than 30 seconds. And then, let's see, nothing too much. But then on our last day of vacation, when we got back from the escape room, my friend and I came into the room where pretty much the kitchen floor was pretty much flooded.
Oh.
And the sink backed up.
Oh, really?
So, and then there was like sewage water everywhere.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. So there was probably like 2 inches or so of water throughout the kitchen floor, and then like spread into like the bathroom and into my parents' room. The sink was full of sewage water and on the floor. And then some of it, like when it went into my parents' room, got on my dad's clothes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
So then you have to like compensate him for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's disgusting.
So that was like my last night. Thank God, because then we're all pretty much just gonna pack up anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But they got us a new room, and then for the night, and then when we got up, everything was pretty much packed. Then when we were gonna leave that day as well on Friday. Hung out at my uncle's for the night since he lives down there. Then our plane was supposed to leave at like, I'd say 8:00, I believe it was. So then we get there, and then waiting around like 7:00 and all that, and then all of a sudden we just get delayed. Our plane got delayed.
Yeah.
And then it got delayed again to like 9:50, and that's when we're originally going to get home.
Oh, that stinks.
And then it's because we had a connecting flight from Virginia to Baltimore, and in Baltimore there was like a tornado warning there.
Mm-hmm.
And then our connecting flight from Baltimore to New York was not going to wait for us.
Right.
So, and that was supposed to take off at like 9:30 or so. So it was either they said our plane got delayed to like 10:00. It was either we take the flight now that's being delayed at like 10:00 into Baltimore and then have to stay and get a hotel because then the next flight's at 3:00 in the afternoon, or just go back to my uncle's and then wait till the morning where it takes off at like 11:00 or so, and then get on that 3:00 flight. So that's what we ended up doing. So
that's annoying. Now, did they charge you extra fees because you changed it?
No.
Or thank goodness.
No.
Yeah.
So thank God.
Yeah. Because I guess if they cancel now, they have to like pay you. So that's probably why they just keep delaying and delaying.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, let's let them make the decision. And look, we're so nice. We're not going to charge you.
Yeah,
for
and they were even if we took like the Baltimore flight and stayed there, we would have to pay for the hotel. They wouldn't cover us because it was weather.
Right. They consider like act of God or whatever. So we didn't have to cover that. Yeah. Which makes me wonder for insurances.
Well,
is it the same?
I don't know.
Like for your house, like extreme weather, you could just say, act of God, we don't have to cover your house and homeowners insurance.
Well, I think you should look through your your policy and see what is covered.
Policy, especially for,
I'm sure that is explained in there.
If you live in like a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Like Florida or down south.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know it's like hard to get insurance like in Florida, like just because of all the hurricanes and things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But so at least you made it back.
Yep. Got back around like 5:00 yesterday, and then pretty much just rotted in bed for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I was tired.
Don't blame you. Yeah. And I got up and ready to hang out with Arianna and do our podcast. So thank you.
Yeah. He's the one that said he would come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. I know. We can never lock down your brother anymore. He's always too busy for us.
He's way too busy.
Yeah. With things.
Yeah. A life, work.
Well, now you're saying Lucas doesn't have a life? That's rude.
No, his just doesn't have a normal schedule.
Oh, okay.
His can be happening over the weekend or at night because he travels.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So never know when he's actually going to be home.
Right. That is true. And sometimes he leaves on Sundays and things. And he's traveling. So, yeah, which makes sense. So I actually forgot to grab my phone because I wanted to grab myself wine. So I don't do
Okay, but you did want to talk about this game you've been playing on your phone, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So a few weeks back, actually, I'll go back to there. A friend of mine was talking to me and she was like annoyed with something. And she's like, can you believe my husband has games on his phone like he's a child? And I didn't say anything. So I'm like, oh my God, I have games on my phone like a child.
I don't have games on my phone.
like an adult.
Yeah.
So then today, Ariana caught me playing a game and she was like, what is this? And it's actually, I'm a design fashion consultant and then I dress my clients up in clothing and then I do styling contests. It's really fun. So you played it.
I
And what
did
did you
play.
think?
I actually did like it. Kind of sucked me in. I don't want it on my phone, but I might take your phone every once in a while and play your game.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's fun.
Though what I hate about games, I have deleted some games I've like downloaded and deleted, are the games that look really cool in the advertisement that they show you. It's like, oh, like
But it's completely different.
yeah, it's like this mother and child are like shivering in the
Yeah.
cold, and you have to play like a game to get them like warmth or whatever. And then you download the game, and it has nothing to do with that. You're like, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Advertise the game like how it is. Yeah.
Or it's just filled with microtransactions.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they want you to download it so they can track your phone, and then
Yeah. Well.
I don't know. I always say, like they say, like with TikTok, people are tracking your phone. Apple's already tracking our
they've
phone.
always been
I really don't
tracking
care.
your phone.
What are
Yeah,
they
I
going
don't
to do
care.
with our information?
Yeah, I don't have anything interesting.
I'm pretty
on me.
boring. I go to home, work. Like that's pretty much it. To Wegmans and Aldi. Like I don't really have anything exciting going on.
Yeah.
So
I don't care.
And I think if you're doing something illegal, you should probably leave your phone at home. Like that's why you get burner phones. Otherwise, if you're doing something illegal, they're gonna know. I mean, and plus, like we still lose like military guys like out in the field. We don't know their locations all the time. We really can't track them that well. Why is everybody so worried about their day-to-day life on like being tracked from an app? Like it's so ridiculous.
Very strange.
Military guys with thousands of dollars of equipment, like some of the like those machines like that they have, it's like $500,000 for this tank or this military plane or this, and they have trouble with that sometimes locating depending on what things going on. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about who's watching what I have going on. Listen away. Oh, we did learn something new.
What?
Apple, because people are suing because Siri has listened to confidential information and conversations. We can get a whole $20 up to 4 times, so it's $100.
Wow.
Yeah, or 5 times. So yeah, up to $100 of getting back for Siri listening to on all your devices. So definitely register.
Okay, I will. I want those $20.
I do too. I feel like phones cost so much that
it's ridiculous how much phones cost.
Well, they're always listening. Just like the one time our I don't want to say it because she's right behind me, comes on and she's always listening. And like the one time I actually said, because we didn't ask for her, she was just on. And I'm like, are you listening? And the device speaks back and just said, yes, we listen to monitor so we can better serve you. It's like, okay, who the heck is listening to our conversation?
No one's actually listening to our conversation.
Someone might be.
No, I don't think so.
If you're planning a crime, unplug your Alexas and put away your Siri.
Yeah, there might be like certain words or things that like get flagged, and then someone might go back to like any audio. But I'm sure like no one's just sitting here listening to us right now.
That might be someone's job to just
I don't
listen.
think it is.
They'd be pretty
listen
bored.
to everyone, yeah.
Like, oh my god, the dog's barking again.
What show was that? Crash Landing on You. The one guy, and his job was to listen in people's conversations. And when he'd find like interesting conversations, he would like turn it up and like, remember he like have people come over and listen in.
I mean, I would do that too. If that was my job. Especially if you're getting some good gossip about somebody.
Yeah.
Like, we all know it's not good to gossip. Anyway, if you're hearing some good scoops, you'd be listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, since you don't have your phone, let's move on to Reddit stories.
All right.
Lucas did bring some today. Would you like to read one?
Sure. Let's see.
Or would you want me to read it?
Let's see. Here, you want to read it?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh gosh, how long is this thing?
It's like that long.
Oh, okay. And this is from AITAH, posted by whatever. LLL _Citron _ 7605. Am I the asshole for divorcing my husband for being infertile?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I would assume. I, 29 female, have been with my husband, 29 male, for 6 years, married for 3. We both come from family-oriented backgrounds and have always wanted kids. We are financially stable and can provide a child an amazing life. We have officially started trying for a baby in early 2023. After months of nothing, I started to get worried. I wanted to get our fertility checked, but then he said I was being a worry rat and let's wait a year of trying before we get any testing.
A worry rat or
yeah,
war
it
rat?
says
Okay.
Worry rat.
Okay.
Maybe that's how they say it. A year was in February, and I scheduled our testing for then. The results shocked us. We were both ignorant and assumed I was the one with the issue if there was one. I mainly see women talking about being infertile, so it didn't cross my mind that it could be something else. The doctor calls us in one of the worst days of our lives, tells us that my husband has a condition called azoospermia, meaning he has no sperm. In his case, they say that the surgery to extract directly from his testicles doesn't seem that it will yield high results, but it wouldn't hurt to try. My husband and I were devastated. I wanted us to explore all routes, him taking the medication and getting surgery, and if that fails, either sperm donor or adoption. I understand this is life-changing news, especially for my husband, but since February, he's refused to do anything about it. He said he didn't want to take meds or get the surgery if it would be a waste like the doctor thinks. That using a sperm donor makes him feel emasculated, and he doesn't want to raise my child with another man's DNA, even if it's from a relative of his, and that adoption isn't something he's ever wanted. I have no one to talk to this about in real life since he doesn't want his diagnosis out there. It's been affecting me really bad mentally. There's nothing more I want to be than I begged him to go to therapy. I lost my place. Hold on. Okay. And he refuses, saying he accepts it. And I'm the one that isn't. Every time I try to start a conversation, he shuts it down by saying that we will never have a child together. He will never be able to be a real dad, so to move on. I know what I want for myself. That's motherhood. I'm willing to go down any avenue to motherhood, but he doesn't want to. I realized this past summer that he's right. We will never have a child together. I had one final conversation with him since he avoids the topic like a plague last night. I sat him down and I emphasized with him about this life-changing diagnosis and that he doesn't want to get the surgery, which I respect, or use a donor or adopt, but that I want to be a mom and I'm not getting any younger. And if he isn't willing to explore any avenue or go to fertility therapy, then I want a divorce. He broke down, saying he can't believe I'd be willing to walk away from our marriage over this. If the shoe was on the other foot, he would never leave me for being infertile. He thinks that I'm a horrible person and that I'm punishing him for something he can't control. I told him it's not for being infertile, I can work with that, but it's because he's refusing to go down any route to become a parent, knowing that's something we both wanted. He says that I never loved him otherwise. I would have never contemplated getting a divorce over kids that don't even exist yet. He cried about it afterwards and refused for me to console him. I feel so horrible, but what else can I do? Continue begging him to change his mind or speak to a professional? He only wants bio kids and refuses to do the surgery because it's too much prep. Am I the asshole?
No. I'll let Lucas go first if you want. What's your take on this?
So, I say that he's being the asshole because, like, he's not willing to do anything to... Because it says the doctor says all he has to do for what to do is just try and take these daily vitamin meds, no hot showers, etc., etc. Thought there was something else, but if he's not willing to
change
any
yeah.
of that,
yeah.
Well, maybe he never really wanted kids in the first place.
That's what I'm wondering. Maybe he is devastated, so I'm like, maybe he knew already. But
yeah, I don't know.
But I don't understand. I never do you really want children, or does it have to be your DNA? Which I never understand.
Because he's not willing to either. He wants it to be his biological.
Yes,
kid.
which
is weird.
I mean, people, and I don't know if I take offense because my dad is my stepdad, but in all purposes, he is my dad, and he's always raised me as his daughter. So I don't understand how you couldn't love a child that's half your wife. And then, by all intents and purposes, there's no other guy coming in. It's a donation. It's a sperm donor, so it's your child. I'd actually prefer that over
a relative.
DNA.
Yeah, because you don't want them to be like, oh, that's my uncle. That's also my dad.
Yeah, then
and them to get weird about
Or they're like, I don't like how you're raising your child, or I don't like
how you're raising my child.
Yeah. It's what is my child wearing? You're like, excuse me?
Yeah, I'd rather have a sperm donor for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted kids that much.
I don't think so either. Because I don't know. I don't normally, if someone just, I can't have kids, and you were like, that's it, I'm leaving you. Yeah, you'd be the asshole. But there's things he can do, and there's other alternatives if you both truly want children, avenues that you can go down.
Yeah.
So the story was a year ago, and then 11 days ago there was an update.
No way! All right, what's update?
2.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so they posted this last year and received so much amazing feedback that genuinely changed my life. Since no one in my personal life knew what was going on, being able to talk about it and get so much amazing advice was great. A lot of people in the comments opened my eyes to the possibility that he was refusing the surgery since that would be the final nail in the coffin, that if it failed, that would be the end, and that could be the reason he was refusing to do anything. I took some time after posting that to do some self-reflection on the whole scenario and to go out to the situation differently. We spoke about it extensively, and I told him about how I completely understand his fears and not wanting to do the surgery, but I really want us to try a fertility therapist, and we could just do the one session. It didn't have to be a deep commitment. He agreed, and that the therapy session went amazing. We both spoke separately and then together, and we did 5 sessions overall. You guys were right. My husband was scared to try anything because he didn't want it to fail. He was pre-rejecting the rejection. He opened up to me about a lot of fears and anxiety about his diagnosis. We deeply connected afterwards and got even closer as a couple. One day I saw vitamins on his dresser and realized he had been taking them without even me telling him to. I was so happy. We did another sperm analysis and they saw 2 sperm. We were so happy. Then to complete my utter surprise, my husband forwards me an email. He scheduled his consultation for the micro-tease surgery in December. It went well, and he was approved for the surgery this February. We went in with low expectations and to still be happy at the progress he's made. But they were able to get 3 sperm. My husband and I were ecstatic and couldn't stop crying. Everything went well at his 2-week checkup. Now we're in the process of IVF. I started taking medication to do my egg retrieval right after his surgery, and so far I have 12 eggs. Last month we found out we have 2 embryos, both healthy, 1 boy and 1 girl.
Oh, you find out the sex when you do in vitro? I didn't know that.
I guess so.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, I guess they would have the technology
I
to
think
do
they have the
so,
technology.
yeah.
I just didn't know if they told you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Our implantation date for our daughter is May 1st, and I tested positive a few days ago. We're so happy. I am so happy that we're able to get through this bump in the road. This has been amazing. I'm so happy my husband's fear and my sadness to his fear was something we're able to get over. We have both extensively apologized to each other, him for shutting down and wanting to give up, and me for not being more understanding to that life-changing news. Thank you guys again for all the advice you gave me.
Okay, I guess we're kind of hard on him.
Yeah. I was just waiting for the update.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
I had the same assumption when I first read it, and
Yeah.
I saw that there was an update. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
usually you don't get happy updates.
Yeah, that
That's
was
true.
a very happy update. Hopefully, they're able to have both of the
Yeah.
children.
Yeah, I almost feel like I wouldn't want to know if it was a boy or a girl because there's a lot of times there's a higher chance of loss too. So like, yeah, you're gonna grieve the loss, but then if you already know the sex, it makes
Yeah.
it even like,
That's true.
yeah.
Well, hopefully all goes well.
I hope
for
all
them.
goes well, and I mean, obviously, it's positive. She's pregnant. It seems
Yep.
everything seems healthy and good. So hopefully, she's able to have those 2, and I'm glad they were able to work it out.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, leave
Leave
him.
him.
He's not
Divorce.
He's not doing anything. Well, it did seem like he wasn't doing anything, and I didn't think, to really think of his reaction. I just thought
No.
he would maybe he didn't want kids instead of like how it really affected his mental health. So,
Yeah, I didn't think of that
yeah.
either.
So, oops, we were wrong.
Yeah.
So she would have been the asshole.
Yeah.
But that was a good story.
That was a good one. Do you have another?
I do.
All right.
Let's see. I'll do this one.
Okay. Am I the asshole for humiliating my daughter? Oh my gosh. I'm going to restart here. Am I the asshole for humiliating my sister's fiance at a family gathering after what he did to her?
Uh-oh. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm like bowling 100
gonna say
or
no,
just like,
too.
wrong all the time. We'll see.
My sister, 28 female, has been with her fiance, 32 male, for 30 years. She's always been more of the reserved, quiet type, while he's the loud, extroverted, and sometimes a little over the top. We tolerated him, but recently he crossed a serious line.
Oh, no.
A few weeks ago, my sister came to me in tears because her fiance had pranked her in front of his friends by pretending to propose an elaborate setup only to laugh in her face and say, "Just kidding, babe. You really thought I was serious?" All of his friends laughed while she stood there, humiliated. She didn't break up with him, which I think she should have, but she was heartbroken. He later gave her some half-hearted excuse about how he would actually had a proposal planned soon, and this was just a joke gone wrong. Fast forward to this past weekend at our parents' house. We were having a big family dinner, and he was there acting like nothing happened. While chatting, someone asked when they were getting married, and before my sister could answer, he smirked and said, "Guess you'll just have to wait and see, huh?" That was it for me. I smiled sweetly and said, "Oh, is this like how she had to wait for that hilarious fake proposal in front of all your friends? That was so funny, right? Let's all have a good laugh about it now." The table went dead silent. My sister looked mortified, but my parents looked pissed at him. He stammered something about it being a joke, but my dad straight up told him that's not a joke, that's cruelty. He left shortly after, and now my sister's mad at me for embarrassing him and making things worse. I told her he embarrassed her first and deserved to be called out. My parents are backing me, but my sister says I ruined things for her. Am I the asshole?
No.
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 She could have done a lot worse, actually.
She could have done a lot worse. And if you're embarrassed by your partner's actions or you didn't want your parents to know,
Then maybe you shouldn't be with them.
yeah, maybe they did something wrong. And obviously she knows he humiliated her. It was
Mhm.
cruel.
Yeah.
That's
like, why
a
would you do
horrible
that?
prank.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I wonder if the friends were in on it too.
Probably.
Probably.
Like,
Like, why would the friends think it
Yeah,
was funny?
Yeah,
I
someone
wouldn't
should
think
have been
that's
like,
funny.
"Okay, dude, no, I don't think
No.
that's a good idea."
You mean, no one, I was going to say no one has a voice of reason, but like, your father shot a hole through his van door when he was with friends at one
Yeah,
point
he's-
years ago.
I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't he in his 40s at that point?
Yeah, we were married. He was in his 40s and he.
There was a potato gun.
Yes.
So they were just shooting potatoes in the woods. And then they're like, "Oh, what if we shoot it at the door?" They're like, "Oh, let's put it in this metal pipe. Wonder what will happen. Let's shoot it at my own car door." And it went straight through it and hit the seat.
Yes.
And it was in there for quite a while.
And nobody was the voice of
And
reason.
I was like, maybe you shouldn't shoot that at your car.
But that's still hurting something that's yours.
Yeah, at
This
least
is hurting someone else's
at
feelings.
least it was
Yeah.
his own vehicle.
Yes.
I was like, why do you leave if you thought it was a joke in the first place? So
Right.
Yeah.
And why'd you get upset?
Yeah.
Why do you even care if your parents know? Look, it's a joke. I'm
Yeah.
going to take a joke.
You're okay with
Yeah.
doing it, so why can't you not tell people about it?
Right. Exactly. Like,
seems a little narcissistic. So
a little
Yeah.
bit. And then it turns on you.
Yeah.
Well, then you're the problem if you don't find that funny or you're
Yeah.
too sensitive. No, this is actually an issue.
Yeah.
It's cruel. So, yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yep.
I think good for the sister for.
I feel like she could have said something way worse.
I
about
think
it.
actually, since the sister couldn't see the big red flag, I think the sister helped point out the big red flag.
Yeah.
You ruined this for me.
Good.
Later on in your life, you're going to say thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I got one more.
All right.
Let's
Let's
Is
see
this
it.
All
it?
right. You came prepared.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a long one, too.
Why do you not like long ones?
I have to read more.
Do you want me to read it? I can read it.
If you want to read it.
All right.
I could have my own reaction. now.
Yes.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my friend it's not my problem she married a useless man?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That sounds
okay.
hard.
That's very harsh.
I, 32 female, am a single mother of 2 kids, 6 male and 5 male. Okay. I am a single mother by choice. My kids are donor conceived. I'm lucky enough to have a good job, French teacher in a private school, and a paid off house, parents' life insurance, and inheritance. Before I had either of my kids, I made sure to have a year's living expense saved. Then I would take a sabbatical to recover from birth, as well as bond with my kids. While on a sabbatical, I still tutor some kids for some extra income. My friend, 32 female, just had a baby 2 months ago. She is the breadwinner in her household, and her husband has been unemployed since he was laid off during COVID. It was great to be pregnant at the same time, as well as having a friend with a newborn, but it has turned sour. She has been saying how jealous she is of me being able to take off a whole year from work, how she would have loved to not worry about losing their home, how she doesn't even have a couple $100s in her savings account, let alone a whole year's worth of living expenses. I usually just ignore it or brush it off because I kind of can understand the stress she is under. Well, starting about 10 days ago, she started hinting at not being able to afford daycare, and any intention of her husband taking care of taking care of their kid is brushed off. Then she started remarking how much free time I must have, which I deflected by saying, truthfully, that being a single mom to a baby and a small kid left me with no free time, actually. Then last night she came out with it and asked if I could do her a favor and watch her kids while she's at work. I was firm but polite when I said that I couldn't. I couldn't. That I am not capable of watching 2 kids under 6 months. She started almost begging me, saying she can't afford daycare, and if she's not back at work, she will lose her job, and they will end up homeless. I again brought up her husband and said he was not good with kids and isn't capable of taking care of her own kid. I kept saying no. She kept pushing until it escalated to her calling me heartless and me telling her that it's not my problem. She chose to have a kid with a useless man. Now she blocked me. I am feeling very guilty about what I said and feeling like I am the asshole.
No,
No,
No.
you shouldn't have a child with someone that you can't even trust to watch your kid.
absolutely not. And I like how she is deflected on her friend's problem when really it's her husband's
Yeah.
problem. It's their problem
Yeah.
together. And if he can't be trusted to watch your child and doesn't want to watch your child, you really
it's-
shouldn't have. You chose
No.
wrong. You
Yeah.
chose your partner
Yeah.
wrong.
Then if you can't afford daycare, then maybe while you were pregnant, he should have started looking for a job.
Right.
So, yeah, the story came out within the year, and he said he's been unemployed since COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's been like
been 4
4
years?
years?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah. So it's been 5 years now, but you
Yeah.
said like a year ago. So
Yeah.
like, 4 years at least. So yeah. No. I'm sure he could find something, and he might
Yeah.
be depressed, and that's why I don't know why he doesn't want to watch his child. Like I'm trying to like now think
Yeah.
of mental health a little from the last story, but no, if you can't be trusted to watch your child, you have the
Yeah.
wrong partner. She'd be better off alone.
Yeah.
And honestly, she was alone. She might get some assistance for the daycare
Yeah.
and things. Yeah, she's not the asshole.
No,
Nope.
not at all.
No, I feel bad for her friend, but her friend is deflecting and putting the problem onto her friend versus her husband.
Yeah.
When you're not, just because someone, that's another thing when people are stay-at-home moms. Like I did stay home and I did watch my friends' kids, and they did pay me. They didn't pay me as much as daycare, but like, they gave me some money. So to earn money and plus watch kids because they trusted me. But some people think that if you're at home that you should just watch everyone's kids. Like you can't do that. You're home for a reason because you want to be home with your children.
Yeah, and like to watch 2 babies while how old is her other kid? Was it like 5 or
5
something?
and 6.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, she already has 2 kids?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And you know how much you can handle. It would be different. She was like, oh, yeah, another child wouldn't be a problem, but she knows she doesn't want.
Everyone knows what they can handle.
Yeah.
And she didn't sign up to do that for a stressful situation. She saved, she planned, she has her children, like she's doing it the way she wants, and it doesn't require being now stressed out. And it sounds like that's what would happen. And then when you're stressed, and maybe you're not the best parent that you need to be. So she knows herself, and she said no.
Yeah, she had every right to say no.
She did. No is a complete
Very
sentence.
curious what her husband does all day.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not watching the kid. He probably isn't cleaning. He probably isn't doing laundry, doing
No.
anything. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it shouldn't I understand her friend being stressed out, but again, that's not her other friend's problem. It's
No.
her husband's problem.
Yeah. Insane.
Completely insane.
Well, that's all the stories I had.
All right.
Okay.
I've got some stories. Let's see. We're going to go to r/Am I the Asshole, posted by Janie Lee. Am I the asshole? My husband will invite his family and his friends over without telling me until that day. He then expects me to clean up, run to the store and prep and cook everything. I finally just decided to leave the house the last time he told me because I only had 4 hours till their arrival. He canceled. The thing is, his family is constantly judging and talking about each other, so when he says it doesn't matter, they don't care, I know, and he knows, he's full of it. Also, it's not just tidying the house. We are not regularly stocked for food or drinks to have people over. When I got home, I asked what he was planning on having for dinner, and he responded, I don't know. I guess it's good they aren't coming over anymore. Now he's sulking, saying I'm the problem because I can't go with the flow. I've told him multiple times I just need a couple of days' notice to get things in order, where he insists I am difficult, uptight, and uncooperative. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not. Oh my God. Like, if someone just to stop in, at first I'd be embarrassed if my house isn't clean. That's fine. But like, I guess we're just ordering pizza because I am not going to now run to the store, do all the prep work, and it's too much.
Insane. And why does he actually plan these beforehand and then just wait to tell her the day of? Like,
Yeah, no, that is not a...
It's one thing if it's once in a while, last
Mhm.
minute decision, they're coming over for dinner.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's order out then. But if
Mhm.
it's all the time,
Yeah, no, why is he doing He's not considering everything that she needs to do. I'd be like, "Fine, have these last-minute invites, but guess what, buddy? You're doing at least 50% of the work if not more."
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't blame her for being like, "Nope, then I'm not gonna be here."
Nope.
Sure, have them over. I won't be here. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Top comment, not the asshole. The fact that he canceled instead of doing the prep work and hosting on his own proves that he knows how much work is involved with going with the flow. If he doesn't want to do it, why should you?
Having people over is never unless it's like a best friend, it's never go with the
No,
flow.
never.
It's a little bit stressful because you gotta make sure you have everything people eat, then if there's food intolerances or whatever, and then having your house tidy and just yeah, it's a lot. And maybe she just wanted to stay on the couch to read a book or something, like yeah, no, he's not considering her at all.
No, not at all.
So not the asshole.
All right. Gonna move on to r/AITAH, and the user was deleted.
Oh.
Oh.
So, am I the asshole for kicking my sister out of my baby shower because she called me old and selfish?
I'm gonna say you're not the asshole
No.
for doing that. No.
My sister, female 31, and I, female 34, married around the same time 7 years ago. She decided to have kids right away. My husband, male 35, and I decided to buy a house first, do a little traveling, have enough savings before having kids. My sister now has 4 kids. I'm currently pregnant with our baby. I have been dealing with hypermesis. I don't know what that says. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't. I never heard that.
HG, and
Okay.
it's been brutal. Luckily, my mother-in-law and my husband have been amazing to me, and my boss allowed me to work from home until I gave birth. My mom can't help me much because she helps out my sister's 4 kids a lot. Yesterday was my baby shower that my sister-in-law threw for me. People kept asking how I was doing and how I was, talking about how HG is horrible. My sister decided to interrupt me and said, honestly, this is what happens when you get pregnant when you're old. I have had 4 pregnancies and never had these issues. I guess you should have thought about this before all those trips and we're not ready yet bullshit. Some of us made sacrifices in our 20s. I got furious. This wasn't the first time she commented about my life, so I told her to get the fuck out. She grabbed my nieces and left. My mom said I was being hormonal and should have just ignored her. My mom thinks my sister said that because she became a mom earlier than me, never enjoyed her life or even any alone time with her husband. My husband thinks I had every right to be upset because she was saying I deserved HG. Do I owe my sister an apology for kicking her out?
No. Is that
No.
it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely not. How horrible that she said that. Like, is she just jealous because she goes on trips and things and maybe she decided to live her life differently and had
Yeah,
kids
maybe
later?
jealous she didn't just go on any trips.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a little weird. Like, I don't know why she'd be upset about that.
Mm.
Are you looking up HG?
Yeah, so HG is a severe type of nausea and vomiting during pregnancy. Rarely, morning sickness is so severe that it's classified as HG. Symptoms include nausea, feeling faint or dizzy when standing. It also causes to persistent vomiting, which can lead to dehydration.
Oh, you can get that at any age. Like, I know
Yeah.
people that have had that when they were younger. Like, what the heck? So the sister's just being mean and
Yep.
jealous for no reason.
Just rude.
Just rude. I would not choose to hang out with that sister often. Like, that's horrible. Yes, it has nothing to do with age. Like, there are age-related things. We have kids later on in life, but like, yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing. That's ridiculous. Is there like a top comment?
I thought I read it, didn't I? Never mind. Nope, not the asshole. Sis is clearly jealous and can't handle it. Glad you have great in-laws to support you while you deal with a garbage sister and a mom who can't support you.
I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
her mom didn't support her either.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
She said, just ignore it.
oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. The moms always come off awful in these Reddit stories.
Yeah.
And I think it's because parents want to keep the peace, maybe.
Well, usually mother-in-laws are worse, but
Yes.
this one
Yeah.
seems like a good one.
Yeah, this mother-in-law seems good. Well, because that's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just sad because generally when you're pregnant, you want your mom.
Yeah.
Do you have another story?
I do.
That's a long one.
Yeah, and we're going to end with this one probably.
Okay.
All right. This is from True Off My Chest by Spunky_Monkey97. My sister cheated on her fiance and then left her kids because she wanted a break. And I'm not supposed to say anything to her.
What?
Buckle up, because this is a lot. And I'm really bothered by this and just need to vent because I cannot believe this happened. My sister, 27 female. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Her sister's 22. OP is 27. So her sister has 2 beautiful kids. One is 3 and the other is 14 months. My sister had her oldest daughter. She suffered from postpartum depression. But with support, she was able to come out of it. She didn't really bond with the kid much after, though. Occasionally, she'd do fun things with her, but it was very rare. Shortly after, I had my son, and I was over the moon. I never loved something as much as I love my kids. I now have 2 as well. When she found out she was pregnant with her second, she didn't get as excited as she did with the first, but as the pregnancy progressed, she was getting more excited. Fast forward to the second kid being born. She didn't show any signs to postpartum depression, but she bonded with the second kid way more than she did with the first. I'm not sure if it was because she was exclusively breastfeeding or what, but definitely had a better bond with this one. She would get more irritated with the firstborn, who was only 2 at the time, and just more distant with her. Her youngest started showing some health issues, nothing super serious, just some food allergies and skin issues. And that seemed to just utterly defeat my sister. All the family and her fiancé were very encouraging and tried to help her see the bright side, find recipes for the daughter, etc. But she didn't seem like she was interested in any of it. She started to distance herself from both kids now, only doing the bare minimum. Now, we just found out my sister had been emotionally cheating on her fiancé, who was the definition of a literal golden retriever partner. He loves his kids and my sister, and took very good care of all 3 of them. He would only ever push my sister to do better, and never in a mean way. Anything they needed, he provided for them, while my sister got to be a stay-at-home mom. 2 days ago, she broke things off with her fiancé and had this complete stranger come and get her from another state. She has never met him and only has been FaceTiming or playing Xbox for about a month.
Lovely.
All because she said she had no emotion and needed a break. She left with the guy, and I'm not supposed to know any of this. I'm distraught for my nieces and my brother-in-law, or I guess not my brother-in-law anymore. I don't understand how a mother could leave her kids, go out of town with someone she didn't know without a care in the world. I love my kids, and I couldn't do that to them. Part of me wonders if it's PPD or maybe a manic episode. I generally don't know. I also learned some other things about how she's recently and just makes me think I never really knew her, who my sister was. And that it's heartbreaking because she was my best friend. I cannot condone that behavior. My brother-in-law is filing for emergency custody, but I hope she doesn't try to take those kids from him because she doesn't deserve them. They deserve stability, and she's clearly not stable. There is an update, but would you like to respond?
You want to go first?
See, yeah, her sister, just, I'm trying to get my wording. She should have not just give up on the children or abandon them just like
No.
that. So,
I mean, she might be having some sort of mental break, which it might not be postpartum depression, but it could be something. Like, there's different things that can happen, plus hormones, but no.
Seems like she didn't even care from the children from the start.
Not really. She didn't really like the first one. She wasn't excited to be pregnant. So it could be hormonal, or we blame mental health, but you know what? That brother-in-law better get the custody of those kids because whatever's going on with her, she needs to fix herself. And obviously that marriage is probably over. You can't just up and leave to meet some guy you met on the internet.
Or a month.
For a month. Like, as soon as you're feeling that way, maybe talk to your husband and be like, you know what? I feel like we're also disconnected, so maybe we need counseling or whatnot, or maybe I'm also going through something. There's other actions that she could have taken instead of just running off with some internet guy.
Yeah.
That apparently does exist, because you never know nowadays. But
he did exist.
He did exist, which is terrible. I do feel bad for her first child, because if they've never bonded, that child knows that. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And it's only a poor toddler. And then I feel bad for both the kids. Yeah. What's the update?
All right. Update number 1. So my brother-in-law changed phone plans. It did not include her on his new bill. She called him and asked him why he didn't put her on it. Like, she generally did not understand that he's not going to be paying for her things anymore. She told him that she isn't going to fight him and that he can have full custody of the kids, and that she still wants to be able to call and visit when she feels like it. The guy she ran off with just lost his car because he signed divorce papers right before he left to get my sister. And his ex took the car because it was in her name.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah. Karma is beautiful. She also told my brother-in-law that she plans on moving back with the new guy so they can be close to her kids.
Lovely.
I don't get her logic in any of this, really. Also, people have asked some questions, so here's some answers. Brother-in-law is 22. My sister asked my brother-in-law not to tell us, my mom and I, because she did not want us to get in the way of her being able to see her kids or to judge her. Too late. My brother-in-law doesn't want her to know we know until after all the court stuff is finalized.
That's fair.
He's doing okay. Him and his mom are actually going to be moving a little closer to our family so we can all help out with the kids. It takes a village, and he's definitely got one. Since my sister being out of the picture for a week now, the youngest kid has taken her first steps, and the oldest seems generally happier.
Aw.
I'm coming from a much less angry place. I still cannot stand that she did this, and I'm cutting contact with her. My partner and I are supporting my brother-in-law as much as we can with our 2 kids. This whole situation has been insane. I'll update more if anything else happens. Thank you to everyone who gave advice and didn't judge me venting. Once this isn't so fresh, I'm going to show brother-in-law the thread and let him see that it was not his fault.
No, it's not. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
I mean, you might have some relationship issues, but every couple has some issues they need to work out, but it does not, her actions are not excused at
No,
all.
not at all.
And this guy seems like a huge winner. Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, she ended up with the person that she needs to be with because that matches her energy, I guess. Like attracts sometimes. And ugh. Yeah, I hope she doesn't move closer. I think she's better off. The kids are better off without her, really. Even because what's going to happen is she's going to want to be involved sometimes, but then sometimes not. And that's going to really kind of mess up the kids a little bit. So I'm hoping she just keeps her distance and just calls once in a while. And was also telling what was going on, why is the toddler seems happier now. That's sad. Was she always
Yeah.
yelling at this
Yeah, it must have
toddler?
been awful.
I know. It's just the baby itself. That's awful.
Yeah. So there's another update.
Ooh, okay.
It was posted on a different post. I was going through her profile.
Mhm.
She's very into D&D because there's a lot of posts. And I think she's a dungeon master.
Oh,
she
cool.
was asking for ideas. But anyways, okay, so I have a few updates to this absolutely insanity of a situation. First, I posted the first update as an edit to the original post. Since then, my sister has called my mom and asked her for any legal contacts, so she looks like she has her shit together. My mom told her no, and that she isn't going to help her because she abandoned her children.
Mhm.
My sister is still convinced that she did not abandon them. She yelled at my mom, stating that she hasn't left them and that she's only 3 hours away, and calls to talk to them every
Yeah.
night. She
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's
No.
abandonment.
Yeah. She has called a few times, but not every day. She's still planning on moving back home with this new guy so she can be closer to the kids. But I'm pretty sure my brother-in-law is only going to allow her to have supervised visits since she has made comments about just taking the kids
Oh,
and how she should have done that from the start.
no.
Her best friend suggested it.
Ugh.
When my mom tried to reason with her and ask her why she didn't just come to her response was, "I just want to be on my own." Which I find ironic because she hasn't been on her own ever. She's still not on her own. She is mooching off another guy with a job and still doesn't have a job, a license, or her GED.
What?
We have all offered to help her get those things, but she has no drive to actually do it. Brother-in-law and his mom are moving closer to me and my parents so we can all help each other and hopefully make things easier on brother-in-law as he tries to be a single dad with 2 toddlers. Brother-in-law is in much better spirits. He was upset until my sister called him while she was naked and asked him for money, and then she proceeded to put on the other guy's hoodie and walk around the house until he could see the other guy in the background. My brother,
Weird.
yeah, definitely wanted some reaction.
Well, right. Why are you FaceTiming naked? And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law said at that point he knew he was never getting her back and didn't want her back, and he's doing much better. He has good days and bad days, but the good are outweighing the bad. The kids are actually thriving without my sister there, too. My sister would parent by just turning on TV and letting them do whatever. But brother-in-law is much more involved with them, as is his mom. If anything else crazy happens, I'll post another update, but for now, I think we're just waiting for the long-term court paperwork to be submitted. He got emergency custody, and it was filed that she abandoned them and fled the state. Thank you to everyone who's let me vent and given some good advice. This has definitely been a roller coaster.
Wow. I
Yeah.
can't believe that the sister-in-law or her sister actually believes she didn't abandon them. Like,
Yeah.
what? That is abandonment. What else would you call
Yeah.
it? It sounds like she has mental health
Yeah,
issues.
this definitely stems deeper than the children if she has no drive for anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, she didn't graduate high school. It sounds like she has a hard time completing things, right? Like, there's a history of that. Didn't complete high school. I mean,
Doesn't have a
had kids, doesn't have a
job. Yeah.
job. Like, she probably does struggle with some self-worth issues because she's not doing anything for herself. And you can't really be proud of anything that you've done because what are you doing? The only thing she
Yeah.
did do is have great
Yeah.
kids, and she abandoned them. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's terrible. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when you give me a palate cleanser and I have like a nice one,
Yeah.
I'm always like, okay, and
Yeah,
like,
you're like, that's not enough. You're like, okay, what's the issue? Like, well, there's just a nice story. I don't know.
because I'm used to like the craziness of Reddit, and then when
Mm.
it's nice, I just can't handle it. But that's okay. You don't have to find another one if you want to end it there. So I know you guys are going to a concert. What are you seeing?
Simple Plan.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I hope the weather, if it's outside.
Yes, it's outside, right?
Yeah, it is.
Is it covered?
No, I don't. It was where the Ice Nine Kills concert was last year.
I don't think I went to that one. I only went to the Riverworks once.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You might want to bring
outdoors.
a
Okay.
raincoat.
I don't like my
You
raincoat.
might want to bring a poncho, a garbage, cut out a garbage bag.
I'm not doing that. I'm not wearing a poncho either.
Why? Ponchos can be cute.
Ponchos are not cute.
Nico, this cat. Where's the water?
I'll spray.
Get down,
He
buddy.
already doesn't like me. Oh,
He's
he
getting down.
listens to you.
He likes me. He feels like he challenges you all the time.
Yeah, he does not listen to me. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna end it on that one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like.
Well, I mean, there was 2 updates.
Oh, there is.
I read them.
Oh. I thought there was more. Like
No,
2
that
more.
was it. I was looking. There's just posts about, I don't know, world building and D&D, and
Oh, okay.
She's very active on those subreddits.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there's nothing. So I hope everyone has a great week. Does anyone have any fun plans for the week? Obviously, you're seeing concerts today. Anything going on this week?
Then I work. Oh, I have to do an hour and a half drive tomorrow for work in the morning.
Why? Where are you going?
I'm going to this one place to do a walkthrough because to put a bid on it, we need to be there. And my boss is in New York City, so
Oh,
I'm
so you're
going.
doing the bid?
No, I'm just doing the walkthrough.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't happen there.
Oh,
Then
okay.
she will write a proposal and send it to whoever it's supposed to go to. It needs to be seen on the sign-in sheet that someone from our
Her.
company was there.
Oh, okay.
And I can't be late because if you're late, they won't accept any bid from you.
Oh, so what time do you have to get up tomorrow morning?
Oh, I have to just leave at like the same time I leave for work.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's not like you need to leave here.
I have
at
to be
5
there at
a.m.
like 9:30. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, I was thinking like, early business hours. Like you can have a.
I gotta leave at 6 tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
thankfully that'd be awful.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
You like your sleep.
I do. I haven't gotten much of it this weekend because the room we're in had like so much natural light. So at 5 a.m, it was waking me up.
Oh, that's hard. That's rough because you went to bed early last night. You said at the bachelorette weekend, but the night before you guys were up to 2.
I don't think we're up that late.
At least maybe you.
Amanda went to bed, so then I followed. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed too because I wanted to read.
Did you read?
I did.
She probably read till 2.
Maybe, I don't know. Amanda went to bed before I did, so as long as the bride is asleep before me, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, and I highly recommend. So I went to visit for the day because Amanda did invite me for the day. So I went out to the bachelorette just for the day for a few hours, but I came back, with the dogs because they were only an hour and a half away. So I just drove. So we're reading for the other book club. We're reading The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's not a book I would have picked out.
No,
yet
definitely not either.
I love this book. So I'm listening to it on Audible. So I'm coming back from the bachelorette, driving home, and the ending's kind of sad. And I'm not going to say what or whatever.
I
to
already
give
looked
anything
at
away.
it.
And I am like sobbing. Like I'm like, I'm like crying
I'm
as it's
prepared.
ending.
I
And
saw it.
I'm just so sad.
It was so good.
Why do you look ahead? It ruins it.
To mentally prepare myself. So I'm not sobbing. Also, you said you cried at another part. What part did you cry at before that?
I think when the animal died.
Oh my gosh. When the horse died?
Yeah, because literally the horse was like the giving tree. It
Oh,
was starving
God.
to death, and like they were all starving to death. And the horse like gave its all, literally till it had
Yeah.
literally nothing left to give.
Yeah, so it's about the Dust Bowl, which I feel like I
Yeah.
didn't really know much about other than
Because I think we're so
wind and
far removed
yeah.
in New York State, but like we just learned about it real briefly. Like I had no idea that like they actually went through a drought of 4 years, like 4-year drought. I can't even imagine.
No.
Like I can't even
And like
imagine
they
that
couldn't
here. Like,
breathe and like
yeah, then obviously the dust because of the way they were farming and stripping the land, and then land of the nutrients they learned to farm.
people are just like dying out in these dust storms because like
Yeah.
if they didn't
And the
weren't inside.
animals, when they finally did die, then they would eat them because they're trying to keep the animals alive for like milk and eggs and things. And like the animals are actually full of dust inside because they just are breathing in all the dust. Like
Yep.
it's crazy. So she has a lot of like fact in there
Mhm.
along with her fiction.
It's really good. I would never have chosen it to read myself, but I'm very glad Amanda chose it.
Yeah, well, Kristen Hanna's a really good author.
Yeah, I've read some of
other
her books. Yeah.
Like I still want to read Nightingale by her, but I need a break because most of hers do have sad twists. And I always think like after it was a phenomenal book, I'm like, I want the that's why I like Hallmark movies. I want the happy ending. I know life isn't always happy,
Yeah.
so I like the happy ending.
You should read those books. I know Amanda Z reads them where they have like Hallmark titles. It's like, oh, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Like, it looks like something my mom's watched.
Probably watch it. You know what? Last night I watched like a Hallmark movie on Amazon.
You
Like,
did?
I did.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it always, ends up good. Like she actually had premonitions that she was in a coma, had dreamed that she was married with kids. So when she woke up, she was asking where her children and husband were. They're like,
No,
"You're
that
not
sounds
married."
sad.
They're like, "You're not married." Because she has in a car accident, had a coma, and she never was married. It's not like they died or anything. She never was married. She's like, no, this is his name. Like she literally wrote down all their likes, their dislikes. Their daughter's name was Isabella. Their son was Dylan. Like she had all these things. They're like, you don't have this family. They're just like, oh, it's because you're in a coma. Your brain just thinks it's real. So when she goes to get a job, because she was in a coma too long, she lost her job. Guess who she's working for?
Oh, the guy.
The guy with the same
Oh,
name.
God.
And then a little girl, he's a photographer, and he took photos, and her name was Isabella. And she was like, that's my favorite name. And she's just like, oh my God. Like, so yeah. And then he was freaked out. He's like, are you stalking me?
Oh my God.
And she's like, no, honestly, I was in a coma. So then she had to quit working for him for a while because, he thought she was like crazy.
Yeah, I would think that.
And then he looked it up online, and then they eventually got back together happily ever after. And then flash forward in the future, they had their Isabella and their little Dylan. And
Oh my gosh.
all is well that ends well. So anyway.
A weird movie.
It was actually good.
Okay.
I mean, not like Oscar worthy or anything, but it was,
all right.
the actors were decent, and it was good. I mean, it's not like it's like a Reese Witherspoon or like J-Law or anything. It's just, it was a good movie.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah. All right. On that note, I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, subscribe, follow. We're on YouTube. We're anywhere the podcasts are found.
Yeah.
Also on Instagram. Go ahead and send us stories on our Reddit.
Yeah.
Or subreddit. Is it considered subreddit?
It's subreddit.
Yeah. So on our subreddit, which is, they can find us at
r_cats and dogs _pod, maybe?
That sounds like a question. So
Go to the last one. Bye.
And be kind.